Hey guys, this is Garden Girl Laura Craigie for twopeasinAbucket.com. Today is my first installment in the Moments video series, and these are the stories that we just have to scrapbook. These are the big events, these are the first days of school, these are, big important dates, the stuff that that only comes, once and it's gone. And so when I was thinking about that, I didn't actually have a picture of the first day of school. Um, that I could find, but I have this picture day picture. And for me, picture day is kind of a huge deal. It's that one picture that kind of immortalizes you for the year. And obviously, when you get to high school, you realize how that's a little more important when you're a teenager for your yearbook photos. But as kids, it's important too. And I was actually going to get a retake of this. I wasn't 100% happy with it. He's really fake smiling and his hair is kind of messy and he just doesn't look very happy. He looks actually kind of in pain. But my husband cut apart the pictures before I could tell him that I wanted to get them redone. So we got stuck with these ones and that's okay. But I thought I'd make the best of it and scrapbook it. And as you can see here, I also had him do a portrait of himself at this age, which I thought was a really cute thing to include with it, just because I only have the one picture, obviously because they only do one picture for picture day. And I was just pointing out there's a little bit of washi tape on the top of that card. It's not going to stay there, but it's covering up some personal information for the moment, so it'll just be blurred out on my actual layout, but that's just kind of explaining why there's that weird little bit of washi tape. And both my journaling and his portrait were done on these Project Life ledger cards. And I was actually really happy with them. There's like 10 different styles in the package. It's not all the same one like you think it would be. Anyways, I've started with a white cardstock that I really lightly outlined with just a simple turquoise paper. I just wanted a little pop of color around the outside. And I pulled a bunch of school-themed papers, which actually are all from October Afternoon's Milk Money line, because that's all I have when it comes to school-themed stuff right now. But I really love it, and I love that little book border sheet and all these cute sides. These are the sides that I would use on this page, and then those are the other sides that are really nice, but just not, I want this kind of a primary colors and really fun and bright and bold. And yeah, I don't actually use anything from that sheet of paper. I really wanted to, but it just didn't fit in size-wise. And these are actually two papers from a Valentine's collection. They're from Crate Paper Love Notes. And I really liked the kind of polka dots to kind of just be a more soft, subtle pattern to pair with all the bright, busy colors from the Milk Money line. And then I thought I'd use a little strip of that striped paper, but in the end I actually don't. So basically, I kind of had the idea as soon as I saw this paper with the books like that, I wanted to do kind of like just a strip of that and then have the three things be above it. I didn't really think very far past that. I did pull out some embellishments though, and these are some brand new white enamel dots that I got. Some tin pins from the Daily Flash, and those three on the right are the kind of the colors palette that I was hoping to go for. And then I pulled out a bunch of puffy stickers. I recently ordered a ton of these. I haven't got my box yet. I've just kind of become obsessed with them, and there's all sorts of cute little hearts and arrows and things like that, and some cameras, and I will link all those up in the store. There's actually a ton of puffy stickers, and yes, so that's kind of as far as I thought out. I also have those little Studio Calico wood veneers on the side. I don't end up finding a spot for them, but they were really, I thought they would have gone great with a layout with the A plus and the Superstar and stuff like that. But as I said, I didn't end up using them. I think I want to cut off those two books on the end there because I want there to be a white border around the page. And so I go ahead and do that, and then that kind of gives me the size for everything else on my page. And I also found this piece of scrap paper, and this is from the Apple Cider line by October Afternoon, and I went ahead and used my border punch the bindings edge there because it's kind of school themed, like a note paper that's been ripped, and I thought that would go really well and underneath this little strip of school buses that I cut from a piece of paper, again from the Milk Money line. He actually doesn't use a school bus, but I thought it's very school themed and was just really, really cute, and I wanted to have it on the page. And so that's the strip from the Valentine's paper that I thought I would just get a little additional pop of red on the page and place it in there and have it all a little like that. But as I'm looking at it, it's just looking a little too busy. Like I want the page to be kind of busy on the bottom and a little quieter on top. But that red stripe, as much as I tried to work it, it wasn't gonna work. It was just too busy for me. So at this point, it's just a matter of shuffling things around to like kind of get a general idea. At the top of the page here is where I was planning on my journaling, or sorry, not my journaling, my title. And I have these three little just tags, I guess. That's the word I'm looking for. So three little tags that I had already made on my desk. They're just white cardstock with a little bit of blue color for the little ring hole there. And I thought that would be a good way to ground my title, which I haven't decided on, but I'm just kind of thinking. So I decided that I needed to go to my October afternoon stash of letter stickers, basically because I knew the orange would match the orange of the school bus, and I figured why dig through all my other thickers and everything trying to find a good matching color when this one just coordinates just perfectly. And I actually really love this font. And if you didn't notice, if you didn't know, as I flipped it over there, there's actually a little alphabet set included with these, with all of the new stickers by October Afternoon. They all have that little mini alphabet on the back. And if you don't pay attention or open up the thing, you might not have noticed that. I certainly wouldn't have, probably, if I hadn't have already gotten them. So it's just kind of a great little bonus that comes with it. And I also have, as I showed, there are a couple of the alphabets in the script font, and I decided that I'd do the grade in this font and in the orange on the first tag, and then I'd write 3 with a different font and a different color on the second tag there. I also found that cute little tab from the Milk Money line, and I think it says Picture Day on it, so I can staple that to the top of the picture and it just would look really cute. So again, just kind of finishing off the grade. They're trying to line it up. That's ever my issue. I should really pull out a ruler, but I just can't be bothered to do it. And I think I have that fairly straight now. I apologize that sometimes if I move my page over, the light shines directly on the photo and it just kind of is bright, but... Alright, so I used the red kind of script font, as you can see there, because I wanted to pull out the red from the book in the bookcase down below. And then that third tag is actually going to give me a lot of trouble this entire video. I just could not figure what I wanted to put on it. But I started off with that little right here flare because I liked the 3 different colors up top there. Just going to cut the little bits off the die cut there. They always drive me crazy. It's usually like hardly noticeable, but I still will trim them off just to get it all perfect. So at this point I went off camera and I sewed down everything with kind of blue thread and just helped me to feel a little more put together for the page so I can move on to embellishing it. But before I do that, I wanted to raise up the photo with pop dots. I wanted to stand up just a little bit higher than the other two, the journaling and his drawn portrait, just to make it just stand out that little bit more. And I kind of, as you may have seen there very quickly, I go overboard with the pop dots because I don't want the middle of it to be sinking years later, and so I pretty much cover it. You can see there was his failed first attempt. He's a very perfectionist little boy, and he got some of the skin color in the teeth, so I had to start all over, and I thought that was pretty cute. But so this is the rest of the embellishments that I have from the Milk Money, and I'm trying to figure out what to put on that third tag. This eraser I thought would have matched the pink in the books from below, but it's just a bit too big size-wise. And I know I have in here the stamps, and there's this cute little graduation man or the owl, and they would fit in there perfectly, but honestly I'm just a little bit scared because I've already adhered it to the page, and if I stamp it and it's funny, then I'm stuck with it, and I just figure that maybe stamping at this point is not my greatest idea. So I'm going to see if there's something else. This is a little blue sticker, and I just thought it matched the page perfectly, but it does give me some trouble. I have to play around with it. As you can see, I've already tried a couple different spots, and I will keep trying spots till I get it. That cute little pin tag is actually from Simple Stories from the Daily Grind line. So there I'm going to try it, and it's as if it's in his hand, and I thought, oh, that's not bad, but nope. It's not going to work there either. And then temporarily I will put it up here, but don't worry, I move it because I can't settle on anything apparently. And now I'm just going to go ahead and actually adhere the photograph because I'm very certain of its placement. Along the lines of that little circle on the side, the sticker I already added, I wanted to bring in another circle to kind of make a triangle with the flare on the top. So I have 3 circles there as a bit of a visual triangle, and just adhere that again with some foam adhesive. And then pull out those white enamel dots just to add to kind of my little cluster on the side there. At this point I decide that I want the flare to actually be down there, kind of pointing right to the journaling. I just think it looks a little better there. And then of course that leaves me with the issue of what to put in that spot again. Gonna try that pencil sticker because I gotta keep trying. And eventually the pencil sticker I think looks the best kind of attached to that little journaling spot, and that is its final resting place. Those books down at the bottom, I was looking at them and I thought the idea that maybe I could see if there was a really short one to fit in that tag, like that little red one, but they're just too big, so it's not going to work, and I'm really stumped about what to do. So I figure I'm just going to move on and pull out those puffy stickers and incorporate a bunch of them. And I wanted to just kind of add a bunch of them to my little journaling there, just kind of make it really fun and youthful. And just, I don't know, puffy stickers are just, I used them as a kid a lot, so I thought they were kind of just perfect for this page for him. And he's such a goofball. That bottom one there says funny, and you can't quite read it here, but he says as his future endeavor is to become a chief police officer, and he wants to be the chief because he suspects that they get all the donuts. So again, I had a little arrow there and I shift things around the page. I'm not usually one of those people who knows exactly where things are going to go. I tend to try things out all over the place. And so I decided that I wanted maybe just to extend the title here and have it be a grade 3 photo. And I'm just using those little orange stickers that came with the back from the back of the package from the grade alphabet stickers. Does that make sense? Anyhow. And then I'm going to pull out a couple little puffy stickers to add with that. And in the end, I don't use the little camera there. I think I just use a heart because it just felt a little too busy up top there. There we go. So the heart's just kind of cute on its own. Behind the flare, I decided to add a little label sticker. And why I did that was because underneath his photograph is where I would normally, like, I feel drawn to put my journaling down there. Um, and because I already have my journaling in the center, I feel like I just need something down there. So I put the label sticker down there and then added one beneath the flare just to kind of tie the two together. And I'm just, instead of having journaling down here, I'm just using those same orange stickers and I'm spelling out his name. The only other spot that's on the layout is where he wrote it, which is really cute, but I didn't think there was any issue with adding it down there again. Because that spot, it felt like it just needed something down there. Everything was in the middle of the page and in the top right corner, so I felt that the bottom left corner kind of needed to just have some weight to it. So as I said, I've just spelt out his name here. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. And then I'm going to ground it with a couple staples from my tiny attacher. And there we go. So I see that I have two hearts on the page, and again, sticking with my visual triangles, I want to add a third one. So I'm going to see if I can find a third heart. And sorry if you heard Everett there. He's apparently escaped from hanging out with his dad, so I apologize if that was a little noisy. Okay, so I'm happy now to have the visual triangle of the hearts, and it's just a little cute addition, and I never shy away from using hearts or flowers or anything like that on my boys' pages. I don't mind, and I figure I'll probably end up with the layouts anyways. Additionally, that I didn't do, I'm going to add some stitching around his little portrait and the journaling card. I just don't want to, I'll just save that for at the very end, and you can see you can see the addition of that in the pictures afterwards. I also end up adding a little white arrow paperclip under where I added his name. Again, I just felt it needed a tiny bit of extra weight down in that left-hand corner. So that's my finished page. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a lot of fun today, and I'm really excited for this Moments video series, and I hope you guys will continue tuning in and seeing all the other girls' videos and mine every month. So this is my finished page and a couple detail shots. It's definitely a little busy on the bottom, but I think that gets balanced out with the kind of softer side on the top. Anyhow, thanks again for watching, and I will catch you next time.